Could you name a couple of new IA tools that are in the pipeline for IA Suite? So let's catch people up on what we've done. They always say, it was stuck in my brain from the crypto world, it's like bear markets are for buildings. So I took that to heart. And with the team, we built a lot of stuff. Let's walk through a couple of quick tools. We have a website now. We have tools available on the website. We've got pair trading on steroids. IA Suite, which incorporates everything. If you get the suite, you get everything else. IDSS, Bitcoin top and bottom indicator to make sure we don't get stuck holding the top. IA Layer Out, designed for profit taking, also designed for setting buy traps, buy limit orders. I use it extensively. Then you got DCA and steroids to help people buy assets at the right price to build a bag. Then you got your ARB Cloud, you're swapping between assets, your macro model, swapping between core things like the price of oil and oil tech, oil companies, Solana upside model, and there's so much out there, tons of stuff, but there's more. What we're trying to do is find a way to make these things kind of have a web front end on them so people can get access to the type of information they want. We have three things. We've got the Crypto Compendium, we've got the IA Engine, and the SCP Profiler. All have very special purposes. The Compendium analyzes the top 500 cryptos from a whole bunch of data points. It's actually the 69 data points. People think it's a joke using the number 69, but it is actually 69. Then we have the engine that does a whole bunch of calculations outside and pulls in information from different sources. And then the SCP Profiler that actually compares layer 1s and layer 2s to each other, again, across scores of metrics. Then we have Dashboard. The IA team uses this. So we have tons and tons of dashboards. This is fed by the IA engine, so we can identify anomalies, see things visually very quick. So for example, yesterday in fact, I noticed a huge spike in phantom fees. It's like, where'd that come from? I didn't have time to dig into why, but apparently it was because of, I can't remember the name of the firm, got liquidated or something, got hacked or whatever, and that caused the big drive in phantom DeFi that drove the fees up. So this is like an early warning signal, and it helps you identify things that are expensive and cheap in relative terms to other assets. Now, this is the roadmap, and I want to say a quick caveat. One of the things that we've done, we've given birth to so many little babies, little chickens running around, products, engines, models, TradingView indicators, etc. They require a lot of sustenance and education and refinement and customer support and administration. TradingView changed something on the back end, boom, our models are breaking. They need to be immediately, 7 days a week, repaired. So it's not just me. There's a lot of people behind the curtain that make this happen. So the roadmap, because we have so much to support right now, it is a little slower to get things out. But these are the visions that I have for the products. One is ATR model, which determines the next asset to pop in kind of a class of peer group assets. Then we have a stop loss setter. So just like the layer out profit taking mechanism, we're going to try help people with a stop loss setter as well. Then we'll have a matrix load balancer, which helps you identify when to trade between assets in a matrix, and then a swap trading matrix as well, based on, if you imagine a situation here where you got one asset that runs and another asset that hasn't run yet, how do you determine when to swap over? So for example, imagine Square goes to 120 and PayPal still at 60. Maybe swap Square into PayPal, despite Square having better future, but relative value is out of sync. That's what we're trying to do too. And this is really tricky stuff. Every model that we've built doesn't exist anywhere. So it's not trivial stuff, but we spend a lot of time building things that will help you as individual investors. And then Pair Trade Finder, another key one too, finding co-integrated assets, correlated assets, the optimal blend, and then sticking that data into our models to help execute pair trades effectively and efficiently. Remember, my belief is we have 3 years left for excess returns, and now is the time. After that, bots and algos will maybe run the show. When I did ask Raul Paul that question, he was like, he's not as concerned as me. And he did believe we'll still be able to invest, but for the long term, get into names early and hard, like I always say. but pulling out excess returns to the market like we do right now, that may not be as easy. In addition, other things that we're building, but they're not TradingView indicators, i.e. they're not on the IA suite, is a fully automated miner model that takes into account that kind of matrix swapping, identifying undervalued assets versus overvalued assets. The end vision will be to short one and go long the other. And then Crypto Compendium and Smart Contract Platform and Engine Web Access, where you can pull down your own information. But it's proving tricky to do. So that's the roadmap. Now, my grand vision, I don't even know if I'll be able to pull this off, but potentially yes. So we spent a lot of time profiling personality types and identifying their blind spots, their weaknesses. And it's so important to do this. You know, I gave you an example today of me in 1999. I became a perma bear. It was like, oh, because I was so successful shorting, I couldn't go long again for like 2 or 3 years. But we've built our own IA investor persona types, and we want to build kind of a simple online survey, which we actually have, that will profile you and show you what tool you need to shore up the gap you have from your blind spot. That is the grand vision, and I hope we can get this out before it's too late. So, but it's tricky stuff. You're combining, what do you call it? I'm having a brain fart. People's psyches to trading tools. It's tricky. So again, nobody's done it, but we will be the first.